Good morning, everybody. It's Tonic TZW here, and I'm following in the footsteps of the mighty SpartanElite43, who raves about the Iowa. So, a couple of weeks ago, I thought I'd give it a few games, and I forgot about this video. I'd saved it, clipped it, trimmed it, and stuck it to one side. But it's actually quite a decent game with some nice little shots on, and I think it shows some of the strengths of the Iowa. So I thought I'd do a voiceover this morning for it and get it uploaded onto the channel for your viewing pleasure. Now, I'm in division with a Finnish buddy called Late Truth. I think he's in the Edinburgh, slightly off to my right side. Now, when I play battleships, I play very cautiously because I mainly play destroyers, and certainly so when we're in division. But I've been trying to cut my teeth on battleships a bit more. Now, I'm confident around sort of tier 4, 5 and potentially 6, but at high tiers like 7 and legendary, I'm always a little bit more cautious in my approach to the battle than I would be. Because one of the things I've found is sometimes I try to play my battleships a bit like a destroyer, and I want to be up where the action is, because I hate it when everybody just sits back and waits for the perfect opportunity to shoot, thereby wasting time and damage against the red team because they haven't got anything to shoot at. I want to see my targets, I want to get the shots on. And as we move in towards this cap, I'm thinking I'm going to use this little island to give my left flank some protection. And I'm going to try and steer slightly angled and bow in. And I can see there is a mines, and I think it's a Nagato out there. There is another ship which is an Iowa, and he's going to track all the way out to the right hand side of the map. And there is a cruiser out there. I think we have a Nagato or something like that out here as well. But this Mainz is pushing straight into the cap, and I'm thinking, well, there's only one destroyer in the game. So he's either following him in, or he's being brave and stupid at the same time. And we take a good chunk of health from him as he pushes in. He's now realizing the errors of his ways. And you see that Iowa that's out of sight on the right side, popping some shots at me, but I've slowed down just enough. So the Mainz is realizing, like I said, he's probably made a big mistake pushing in there. We do get the shot on him for the first blood, and that's the first kill of the game. Now, we've also got this Nagato there, who was following the Mainz in, and having seen the Mainz disappear before his very eyes, it looks like he makes the decision to try and nope it out of there. But in doing so, I know he's bringing all his guns round to my side. So we pop some shots out at him as well. And we do, what, about 25% of his hit points in damage. So we're backing up around this corner because we want to give ourselves some protection and wait for the reload, because we know that this guy is still going to be in position for us to get another shot on him. So we start creeping forward again. He is taking lots of damage. We get shots across the top of that little end of the island, but we don't really get an amazing shot on him. So we're pushing around, making it look like an aggressive move. Now I am aware that there is a Georgia there on my left hand side, but I can't actually see where he's pointing his guns. So we look up, he is pointing in my direction. So the Nagato is pushing in. He's now turning, so we're actually going to hold the shot a second there, and we're going to take kill number 2 of the game. We've got a third turret, and we're going to pop that at the Georgia, but we aren't angled very well to him at the moment. He is going to ping some shots at us, and I am still very aware that there's an Iowa unsighted. In fact, he's just been spotted again out there on the right hand side. Now the torpedoes come across my front, which means that the destroyer is just around the corner. Now if the guys on air cap had been paying attention, they'd know that they haven't got a destroyer and they could push that cap, but they still hang back a long way. Now the Iowa disappears from view again, so I've lost a turret. The Georgia lost a turret, so we're gonna go a little bit higher and we're trying to pop some through his superstructure. At the same time, we're hitting reverse, and no sooner have we got moving backwards than the Z23 comes steaming round the corner. And I'm thinking this is a WTF moment, because I'm going to eat a shit ton of torps. Now he's popping his smoke, which doesn't really matter when he's this close. I've got 2 turrets up. We ping him, and we ping him again. And somebody else picks up the kill on this one, and I'm still backing up trying to use this island to potentially soak some of these torpedoes. But we're going to take 1, 2 and 3, and I think we lose about 24,000 hit points there. And our heal is on cooldown, so we're just going to have to back up a little bit and be cautious. Now the weird thing is I took all those hits on the front, but my back is damage soaked. We look across and we spot that Iowa, who is absolutely flat broadside to us, which is the worst position he could possibly be. And we bang 2 turrets across there. I think we hit him for the first one for something like 14,500 damage, and the second citadel hits him for over 15k. So he really put himself in a bad spot there. Now A cap have pushed, but it looks like they're pushing through the cap rather than pushing onto the cap. We are feeling a little bit more confident and a little bit stronger on this side of the map, but we know that whatever's left of red team, if they're being pushed from A, are going to be pushed across this side of the map, which means A, there's more targets for us, but B, there's going to be more guns looking at us. So I'm on a full stop at the moment, just waiting for that Iowa to appear. We don't see anything, and I think this Nagato does just try pushing in a little bit, but he's not going to do a very good job of it, because he is going to get slapped. Now the Iowa is behind an island. This is a blind shot. We go across the top. He disappears from view, but we land enough hits on him to do, I think it's around 10k damage, and pick up kill number 3. So there are 2 ships left in the game, one of which is the Georgia, and I think the last ship is a cruiser that was across on A cap. So now we're pushing in around this corner. We know that there's minimal risk to us now. We see the 2 of them literally sailing side by side. Now even at this stage of the game, I'm going to angle towards those guys because I don't want to give them a flat broadside. So we put the shots out. We actually drop on the Helena, I think it is. We angle for the 3rd turret. We put the 3rd turret out there as well. We drop another citadel for around 13k, and our front 2 turrets are reloaded. We probably should have stayed on that Helena and finished them off, but they crash into each other, and I think they slow each other down, which puts that shot off a little bit. And then I kill some seagulls by hitting the top of the island. But we're on 123,000 damage. We've got a high cal, no, not a high cal, we've got a Confederate and the First Blood medal there. The Georgia is the last ship. We look at what he's doing. He's turning back in towards us, so we put 2 turrets out there again. We bring the 3rd turret around. We drop a citadel and get the high caliber. We take a cap assist, but before I can get the shells on for kill number 4, the Atlanta picks it up from the rear. So that was probably one of the better games I've played in the Iowa. Just under 140,000 damage, high cal, Confederate and First Blood, with 2774 base XP, which puts me at the top of the board. And I keep saying it, I don't play battleships very often, or I don't always play them well, but I think that's quite a decent game for me at a high tier BB. So that's the end of the video. If you have liked it, please do hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, hit the subscribe button as well. and I'm going to get back to my morning coffee. Take it easy and catch us all again soon.